Alright, if you thought Diablo 4 Endgame was already repetitive, this is the system that's about to completely flip everything. Because in Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, Blizzard is introducing a new endgame system, War Plans. And on the surface, it sounds simple, but once you actually understand how it works, you realize this might be the system that finally fixes Diablo 4's biggest problem. Let me explain. Right now, Diablo 4 endgames feels disconnected. War plans are basically Blizzard's answer to one of Diablo 4's biggest problems, and that is your endgame feels random. You log in, you do Helltide, maybe a pit run, maybe a boss, and then you just sit there thinking, okay, what now? What do I do next? There is no structure, no flow, no real sense of progression, just random activities stitched together. But with war plans, they changed that completely. You are not just randomly jumping into activities anymore. War plans organize everything into a structured 5 activity sequence, a full route that you plan out before you even begin. And this is where the branching system comes in. Before you start your war plans, you will be presented with a branching tree of activity choices. And as you move through that tree, you will need to pick your path, deciding exactly which activities will make up your run. So instead of choosing things on the fly, you are actually building your route up front, locking into a full chain of 5 activities that you will run from start to finish. And those activities are pulled from a pool of different content like Helltide, Nightmare Dungeons, The Pit, Curious City, and more. The moment you finish one activity, you instantly teleport straight into the next one. No friction, no delay, just constant action. And this is bigger deal than it sounds, because it means you spend less time thinking and more time actually playing. It also makes the game way more accessible. If you are new or coming back after a break, you don't need to figure out what content is worth doing. The game guides you step by step. But don't mistake this for being too simple, because underneath that smooth flow, there is actually a lot of depth. As you progress through these war plans, you start stacking modifiers, and these modifiers carry over from one activity to the next. So your run starts off normal, but slowly build into something much more intense. More enemies, more difficulty, more rewards. By the time you reach the later stage of your run, you are not just playing standard Diablo anymore. You are playing a version of the game that has been scaled and shaped by your decision. Each activity has its own upgradable skill tree, so when you are running things like Nightmare Dungeons or Helltide or the Pit, you are not just farming loot, you are also earning points to customize those activities. And these upgrades are actually meaningful. They don't just increase numbers, they change how the activities behave and what kind of rewards you get. For example, you can make it so treasure goblins have a small chance to drop nightmare sigils that has the treasure breach affix, or increase how fast your threat level builds during Helltide under certain conditions. You won't be able to unlock all these perks due to the points earned are limited, so you are forced to make choices. Do you want more loot, more difficulty, or more efficiency? That means every player's war plan experience can be different, depending on how they build their trees and what they are trying to farm. And this is where replayability comes in, because you are not just repeating the same activities over and over again anymore. You are running a system where each path can branch, each activities can be modified, and each run can evolve differently. However, war plans are not completely new content. They are built on top of existing activities, repacked, restructured, and enhanced with modifiers. So if the modifiers feel weak, or the upgrades and rewards aren't impactful enough, then the system could still end up feeling repetitive. And just like every system in Diablo, there is going to be a meta. The moment this goes live, players are going to find the most efficient war plan possible, the fastest route, the highest reward chain, the most broken modifier combination, and once that happens, a lot of players are just going to copy it, run it over and over again until they burn out. But if Blizzard gets the balance right, this system could finally give Diablo 4 something it's been missing since launch, a real endgame loop, structured, fast, replayable, and actually satisfying to grind. So yeah, this is not just another feature, this is a complete shift in how you play the game. And if you are the kind of player who likes to min-max, optimize route, and squeeze every bit of efficiency out of your farming, you are going to love this. This system is not just about playing smarter, it is about planning smarter. And if you don't understand it early, you are going to fall behind. So if you want to stay ahead of the meta, make sure you are subscribed and like the video. And I will see you in the next one.